So the story was in my family for years. And my oldest sister, Meg, she kept telling me I had to get the story out there. One night I was flipping through the channels and I came across stories from the stage, and I had seen the show a couple of times, and I thought, that's an interesting spot. That might be the spot to tell the story. My name is Jim Griffin. I live in Milton, Massachusetts. With my coach, we did a couple of Zoom run-throughs, and not only was the story badly written, I couldn't get through it without crying. So I was just babbling away. And she consistently got me to boil it down to what the main story was. And that was really, really helpful. That gave me the confidence that I could tell the story. In the summer of 1967, while I was playing Little League Baseball, my brother Tommy went off to Vietnam. He was 19 years old. 6 months later, as I was watching the evening news with my brothers, the doorbell rang. When I answered it, there was a large man in uniform standing on my front porch, and I was able to read the telegram that the officer left my mother. It said, "The Secretary of the Army has asked me to express his deep regrets. Your son, Specialist 4 Thomas Brinsley Griffin Jr., is missing in Vietnam." After I read that, I realized my brother wasn't coming home. One of the things that I made a vow to is that my brother wouldn't just end up a name on a memorial somewhere, that people were going to remember him. So telling this story has opened up a lot of avenues and opened up the story to a lot more people than it ever would have been. I was sitting at my desk in work and I typed my brother's name into Google. First hit was the wall in DC. The second hit was a website called Military Friends Network. And there was a posting on it that was 2 years old that said, "Thomas Griffin took my place on a postal helicopter that went down in Vietnam. Not one day has gone by in the last 40 years where I haven't thought about him." My eyes popped out of my head. I had to find him. I knew it was a powerful story, but I didn't realize how powerful it was. And I didn't expect to ever have anyone say, "Oh, you've had 1.7 million viewings." There are two things that come out. People understand what my family has gone through, but other people talk about their service in Vietnam, or a friend of theirs or a family member of theirs that died in Vietnam and what it meant to them. There was one thing that really touched me. Someone made a comment and it said, "This is about a brother's love for his brother." And we grew up in a family where the L word wasn't thrown around very often, so I don't think I ever got to tell my brother Tommy I loved him. I think through this that he knows it. And sometimes I think that he's sitting up in heaven with my mother and father, and they're talking about this TV show.